America, America, America. What is it going to take to end these killings of unarmed black men? This is getting old, it's getting tiring. I know we all sick of it. I'm just going to speak my mind a little bit. I'm just going to try to be as quick as possible. I know I talk too much sometimes, but something needs to be done. The bottom line is something needs to be done. This is unfair, it's unnecessary, it's unjust. And my thing is this. My standpoint is this. A lot of people, on social media are saying enough is enough. We need to start shooting back. F the police, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? This seems to be the popular consensus. It's retaliation. You know what I mean? That's your opinion. That's fine. I'm gonna go off the record and say I don't fully agree with that. I don't agree with that. I can understand. I can understand that ideology. But everyone can agree that this needs to end. I have two suggestions. Okay. Here's the first one. Now, again, this seems to be the popular way of thinking of saying fight back and all this. I have another idea to further that. It's literally almost at a point where, again, things like this have happened throughout the world's history in different countries where a group of people feel marginalized and oppressed, where they seek something called succession, where you fight for your own independence and just become your own country. I hate to say, but it literally almost looks like that's like what needs to be done. I'm not saying that I agree with it, but this is what I have to tell the people that feel as though you need to retaliate, shoot back, and all this and that. The thing about that is that's basically what that's going to lead to. That's going to lead to basically a civil war if you do that, and you're going to get to a point where you're going to have to seek succession. Now, what is succession? How do you achieve statehood? Here's the thing. You need a couple requirements. You need a defined population. Here's the thing. Black Americans are spread throughout this country, right? Not only you have black Americans, you have black people that are from other parts of the world. And not all of us are African Americans. Some of us are from the Caribbean, Latin America, Africa, right? Go whichever way you want with that. You need to define territory. Again, the population is too spread out. You don't have a defined territory. You have to establish a government. If that's the way you want to go, you have to establish a government. Okay, find a way to establish a government. And also you have to find a way to establish relations with other countries, diplomatic relations. Now, if that's the way people wanted to go about it, that's fine. It's fine by me. It is what it is. If let's say if that's what it came to. The thing about that is not every country that fights for succession, fights for independence actually achieves it. You have places where, yeah, it's done, it's achieved, like South Sudan, for example, one of the newest countries in the world. But then there's other places that haven't achieved it, like Kurdistan or Catalonia. I'm not going to get into all that too much, right? But my point is, if you go that route and say we're going to kill the police and do all that in the third, you're not guaranteed to achieve independence at some point, because that's what it would be. It would lead to fighting for that. But the problem is too many more lives, innocent lives, are going to be taken if you go that route, because now you're going to literally go into war. That's what it leads to. This is what I suggest. This is what I feel is the better thing to do. You don't have to agree with me. Now, I did see a video on Facebook. I appreciated this woman, a white woman, okay, that went online, off the record, said a lot of things that I've been saying for a long time. I've posted about this and I've said this. What needs to be done, first of all, white America needs to be held accountable, needs to take responsibility. You have to look at it like this. If you're a kid, right, your mom comes home, she's a big mess on the floor. You made a big mess. She's going to say, who made that mess? You made that mess, you clean it. She's not going to make your brother or your sister clean it. So It's just unfair and it almost doesn't make sense. And I'm not saying it's wrong, but it doesn't make all that much sense to have black people out protesting, fighting the cause, but black people in this country did not create this problem. White people created this problem. White people need to fix this problem. I hate to say it, but white people need to be held accountable. This is the thing. I'm not talking about the white people that got black friends, or white people that are cool, white people that grew up in the hood, or whatever. No, I'm talking about the white people that are scared of black people. I'm talking about the white people that know nothing about black people. I'm talking about the white people that live in the well-off, nice neighborhoods and feel as though it's not their problem. I hate to break it to you, this is your problem. This is an American problem, which brings me to my next point. This is the problem with this country, is until white Americans start viewing black Americans as their fellow American brothers and sisters, they're never gonna give a damn. That's what needs to change. I'm gonna give you a few quick stories, okay? Now, I'm from Massachusetts, okay? When I went to high school, in Rhode Island. Okay, if you're from the Providence area, you know that, the largest basically immigrant, first generation ethnic group, so to speak, other than like Irish or Italian, okay, it's basically Dominicans, you got Guatemalans, you got Puerto Ricans, Colombians, and you got Haitians, you got Liberians, you got Cambodians, Armenians, Laotians, very diverse, right? Spread throughout Providence area. Now, when I went to high school, there was something called Diversity Week that they did every it was like the second week of April, before April vacation. And it never made sense to me all 4 years. We all would come in, rep our flags, rep our countries, for the whole week, celebrating oh, I forgot about Cape Verdean people. I forgot Cape Verdeans. So everybody would come in my high school, repping their countries, repping their flags and all that. The only people that didn't have flags were the black Americans and the white Americans. Black Americans would be like, say my country, I don't have an identity, I don't have a culture, and I would feel bad, And then the white Americans would be like, well, I'm part Irish and Italian and German and Polish and Greek and French. I don't know what I am. So basically the black Americans would be upset and miserable, and then the white Americans would just be confused. Now, if they all came in with American flags, they'd be like, you're American, I'm American too. We're brothers, we're sisters. Give me a hug. There isn't that sense of camaraderie in this country, and that's what the problem is. Now, for example, just as an example, okay, we're just going to stick to that theme as me going to high school, okay, in the Providence area. Now, let's say if there was a big unfortunate circumstance with the Liberian community, as an example, okay, I love nothing but love for my Liberian brothers and sisters. But let's say there was some kind of, unfortunate circumstance. Let's say, for example, an Armenian person. You might find an Armenian person that doesn't give a damn. They're going to be like, as an example, that's not my country, it's not my culture, those aren't my people, that's not my problem. But, any red-blooded civil human being would have the heart and the compassion to see something happening to their fellow man and want to do something about it. But unfortunately, that's not how everyone thinks. Not everyone has that kind of heart. But what I'm saying is, again, if white Americans don't see black Americans as their same people, they're not ever going to give a damn. I'll give you another quick story. After high school, my family moved to Georgia. I lived in Georgia for a while. I remember I was like 18, 19. I used to work at CVS. Quick story. I had two co-workers. This lovely lady, African-American lady, sweetest person you'll ever meet in your life. Definition of just a Southern black sister, okay? Sweet lady. The assistant manager, okay, not to be stereotypical, but he was an absolute hillbilly. Nice dude, really good dude. They were having a conversation one day. It was around like the holidays, around Thanksgiving or Christmas or something. And they were talking about food. And I said to them, I'm like, wait, so black Americans and white Americans, y'all eat the same food? And they were like, yeah. I was like, why the fuck y'all hate each other so much? They didn't know what to say. That's what needs to change, okay? Now I'm gonna give you another quick story, not to throw my personal family business out there. Years ago, many years ago, I had a falling out with my twin brother and my father. Didn't talk to either one of them for a long time, for over 2 years. Then it got to a point where enough was enough, right? It was my fault. I was the one that wasn't man enough to reach out to them and talk to them. Then I got to the point I said, enough is enough. There's no need for that bitterness or animosity or holding grudges and all that. So I reached out to both of them. Long story short, everything is good with both of them. Life is too short. So my point is, if you keep having all this hatred and animosity or grudges or whatever it is with somebody, all you got to do is sit down and talk to them. And you might realize you actually, first of all, might be arguing about nothing, or you might be arguing about something that can easily be resolved. But three, you might see that, oh man, we're a lot more similar than we think we are. So, and real quick, last thing, for the people that, that are putting all their time and energy and saying, let's fight back, let's kill the police, let's do that. I get it, you know what I'm saying? That's how you feel. I can't tell you how to feel. I can't tell you what to do. I understand the frustration. Enough is enough, right? And at the end of the day, you don't have to be African American to feel this pain. You don't have to be someone of color to feel this pain. You don't even have to be from this country to feel this pain. Any human being that's seeing this unjust, inappropriate, unconstitutional unfairness that's happening in this country, anyone in the world could see this, should do something about it, should want to do something about it. But my point is this: why not use that time and energy to say, we're better than what they think we are? Why not say, let's own businesses. Let's get college degrees. Let's buy mansions. You know what I mean? Let's do better for ourselves. Let's get 800 credit scores. You see what I'm saying? And live in nice neighborhoods and provide generational wealth. Start having that mentality. You know what I mean? Say, oh yeah, you hate me, I'm gonna show you. You know what I mean? I've been there. When someone does me dirty, or like if a girl breaks your heart or whatever the case is, you show them it's their loss. That's what you do. Be better than that. Be bigger than that. I'm telling you right now, violence isn't the answer. You can sit here and say, okay, let's fight for independence. Which I hate to say it on paper, it literally almost makes more sense. But it's like, at the end of the day, how you're gonna achieve it. What's gonna be the capital? Atlanta? You know what I mean? That would make sense, right? You know what I mean? But there's a lot of people that would be displaced. There's a lot of people that would be moving in and out of one place, and that's just creating more chaos. I'm telling you, the solution is coming together, finding a solution, and treating each other as your brother and sister. Especially, it starts with white America. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. I'm sorry, white people, you need to hear this. Don't just sit back and just watch this. Don't just sit back and not care. Don't sit back and say it's not your problem. Don't sit back and, oh, I feel bad. No. You have the power to do something. You have to do something about it. This needs to stop. This is getting out of hand. It's unnecessary. You know what I mean? We all just want to live. We all just want to be happy. We just want to raise our families and live prosperous lives. You know what I mean? Those of us that are first and second generation American, we ain't come here for this shit. We just want to live the American dream. We just want to raise our families. We just want to be happy. We shouldn't have to be scared and nervous every time a police is in our presence. Oh no, what's going to happen next? There's no way to live. There's no way to live. Enough is enough, America. Enough is enough. Please. This has to stop. Let's do better. Cut the nonsense. Let's sit down. Let's have healthy discussions. And let's work towards a solution. That's just my suggestion. You don't have to agree with me. You're free to do whatever you want. If you want to go that route and say we're going to kill cops or whatever the case is, that's your decision. You're grown. You do what you want. But either way, this has to stop. I can't take this anymore. I'm sick of it.